Yes, sir. What's going on? What's going on? I know it has been a minute since I did a live stream, but I hope everyone is doing quite well. Y'all tap in with me. Tap in with me. Really don't have a particular subject matter today. Just checking in with the family, seeing how everybody is doing. But I'm gonna give it a few before we just start jumping all over the place. Mhm. I don't really need this blue screen in the back. I don't know what that is. I need to take that off. There we go. There we go. All right, back to normal now. So yeah, man, how is everybody doing on this gloomy Tuesday? If you in Florida like I am, you can see the sky pretty gloomy from all the rain it's been doing, man. Don't you know it pretty much rained? I think the rain started what last Thursday, and it has rained every day up until today. It rained today. It stormed today. So So yeah, man, we've been getting plenty of rain down here in Florida, man. Y'all tap in, let me know where y'all at, how the weather been, where you guys are from. But where I'm at in Florida, I thought we was gonna need plenty boats, cause it has been getting down, and it actually supposed to be sunny tomorrow. So can't say that I'll be mad at that, cause rain is fine, but okay now. So enough is enough. We don't want to be around here needing a cruise ship to get out our house. And it actually feel good out here. If you can see my curtains blowing in the wind. The wind is blowing. Beautiful breeze, man. I might even go have me a glass of wine. Feel good. But anyway, man, as you all know, a lot going on in the world. We know that Trump started getting the migrants up out of here, getting the illegal immigrants out the paint. We seen that transpire, man. And up until this point now, we've seen where he's put the troops on the streets in DC, trying to clean that up, Uh, and I don't really have a problem if you putting troops on the streets to actually clean the streets up. I don't have a problem with that because sometimes, you need to take drastic measures to bring order, so to speak. Not saying that DC was out of order, but every now and then you could use a little extra help to let people know you mean business, with getting things together and definitely getting their act together, man. Cause for so long, we um as a people and as a country, man, we've been operating at a level that's not really been conducive for us and the rest of the world. So I don't really have a problem if that's what he's really trying to do. We've been hearing, I know I've been hearing for years that it was gonna be soldiers put on the streets. If y'all remember Goody Mob, back in the '90s, released a song called "Who's That Peeping in My Window?" Pow, nobody now. In that song, it actually talks about soldiers being placed on the streets and things of that nature, sort of like a martial law type thing. So we've been hearing about this for a number of years. But those of us that's been paying attention, man, we're not surprised. We're not surprised at all because we knew one day this would be coming. So, you just have to prepare yourself for the next phase of what's going to come. A lot of people getting upset, but you also gotta remember, man, this guy Donald Trump told you what he was gonna do, and he pretty much keeping his promises, and so we just got to make sure that we damn, my AC just kicked on. That was pretty loud. We just got to make sure that we staying clear, and we move around and stay out the way. That's what we got to do. As black folk, black Americans, we just got to staying clear. We ain't got no business out there. This is not our fight. We don't have a reason to be out there protesting because, like I say, ain't none of us being deported. So all we got to do is stand down, man, stay out the way, stand clear of these guards and also these fools out here in the streets committing these silly crimes, man. So that's all we got to do, man. That's simple. When we see the National Guards, if they was to come to Florida, I mean, we ain't got no business out there paying them no attention, man. As long as we doing what we supposed to do, you know, stay out the way. You know what I'm saying? It's like I tell people all the time: if you ain't out here uh, potentially trying to commit a crime or involved with any criminality, then you ain't got nothing to worry about. Only those that are out here looking to get in trouble, looking to get some movement going, those are the ones that gotta be worried. And I'm not saying that they can't walk up and grab an innocent bystander or they not harassing innocent people. That's not what I'm saying. But for the most part, if you productive and you doing what you supposed to do, you going to work, you maintaining your children, you making sure your teenage kids are in the house or even your small kids, man. Because some of us as parents, we irresponsible, man. We have our 6 and 7 year olds still walking around by themselves, man. We can't have that. We simply cannot have our little ones walking around here because that's how they come up missing, man. We gotta be more responsible as parents, man. We cannot think that we living in a trust-free world where we can just let our little ones run around like we used to do. Times done changed, man. Even in my community where I stay, man, I still see parents letting They little ones just roam around, walking down the sidewalk or with a riding their bicycle unsupervised. And that is not good. Because it only take a split second, man, for somebody to roll up on your child, present them with something that they like, maybe some candy or ice cream or a toy. And then next thing you know, your child gone and we getting an Amber Alert. So we gotta get better at that, black folks. We gotta get better at that. And another thing I like to address is the relationship wise, as far as the black black man and the black woman, man. I'm noticing there's been a lot of unalivement of black women that's taking place by the hands of black men. Black men, what is going on? I mean, I remember it was a time, man, we used to protect our women, protect our children. Nowadays, man, when a man and a woman going through hardships in a relationship or even a breakup, the woman is ending up unalive. Fellas, what's up with that, man? I know ain't none of you guys online doing that, but I'm just saying, man, it's really, really sad to see within the last year, man. Been a lot of domestic violence and a lot of relationships ended up, man, with the woman unalive, and that's not good, man. So we gotta we gotta really tighten up on that part, man. And we having uh some situationships in our relationship, man. You can either do one or two things, man. Take a break, go seek counseling, man. But we cannot be unaliving our women, fellas. If you feel like you can't take no more in this relationship, then get yourself together, man. Start preparing yourself. Start preparing your exit strategy, man. And I know sometimes leaving is a tough thing to do, but wouldn't you rather leave the relationship than to harm your kid's mom and now you in jail and now they mom is gone or what have you, and now the kids end up with a foster maybe with a family member that's gonna abuse them and all kind of things, man. So we just got to learn how to get along away from one another, man. In these relationships, man. If you're in a toxic relationship, ladies, you need to find your exit strategy. You really do, because uh, there's no need to continue to stay in a relationship where you being mistreated and abused. That's not good for you. It's not good for the man you with, whether he be your boyfriend or your husband. Somebody gotta leave, because it's a hurtful thing, man, to see or to turn on the TV or to open up one of the social media platforms and see a young black woman that done been unalive by her significant other, man. That makes no sense. Fellas, we gotta get back to when we really, treated our women the way she deserved to be treated. Women, we gotta get back to treating our men, treating us the way we deserve to be treated. And I know a lot of women out here, they on this, or they feel entitled right now. They feel like they deserve to be taken care of. They feel like they supposed to get the world. They feel like, the man supposed to be riding in on a white horse, scoop her, and they ride off into the sunset. But unfortunately, that's not how relationships work, man. And I'm not saying woman or women that you don't deserve the best, but are you willing to give the best? That's the thing we must keep in mind. See, uh, I hear a lot of women, they talk about what a man should do, and how much money he should make, and she want him to come into relationships and sweep off her feet and pay all her bills and accept her foolishness and all that. But in actuality, man, that's not reality nowadays, man. Men have so many options, especially men that are making six figures or even half of six figures. If you a half decent guy, got your thing together, man, got you a nice job, got you a place, got you a car, you ain't living home with mom, you know what I'm saying? You got all your teeth in your mouth or what have you. You're a half decent dressing guy, then you got options, man. You don't have to settle, you know what I'm saying? Because they put on they put on like they got their thing together, man. And then when you actually get inside or get with them, you start realizing, man, there's layers to this. Man, this woman here, act like she had it all together, but she got bad credit, or she in between jobs, or she about to lose her car. You know what I'm saying? It's so many variables to these women and men out here nowadays. It's easy for you to put on, when you meet somebody at the club, or you meet them out, or you meet them even online. You know what I'm saying? It's only when you start dealing with them on a day-to-day basis that the real them come out. So you have to keep in mind, man, that we all out here just trying to make it. We all out here trying to get our act together, man, and stay focused, man, and stay afloat, because we not living in the best economy, but we are out here making it and trying to make it do what it do. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're in a relationship that's toxic, and you don't see that it's gonna get no better, man, you got one or two choices. You can leave, or you can seek counseling, man. Or I give you a third option: take a break. Take a break, man. Sometimes we just need a break from that person, man, so we can get away and reflect. You know what I'm saying? And seek some inner us. We need to look in the mirror, man, and look at some of the things that we're doing, or some of the things that we're not doing. Because it's easy to point the finger, but it's hard to do the work when it comes to introspection, man. When you looking in that mirror and you're not pointing that finger at nobody but you got to be willing to accept your bad habits and your wrongdoings when it comes into a relationship. You got to realize that you are two different people. You're coming from two different backgrounds, and that's okay. You're not gonna think the same, because you're not a robot. Everybody got their own opinion. Everybody got their own way of doing things. But at the end of the day, man, if you got a man that's half decent and you can work with, and the thing about it is, I look at being able to have somebody you can work with and accomplish some things with. That's what I look at most important. It ain't so much about falling in love overnight or falling in love at first sight. No, you better make sure you number one compatible, and that person got some goals and you got some goals, you know and y'all both striving to have something in life. You're not just staring at her because she got the lips, hips, and fingertips, and you not staring at him because he got the bald head and the big beard and the deep voice and the big chest and dressed nice and got all the money. Because men with money got options. You better believe that. And men with plenty of money, those men that's making six figures or more, got plenty of options. So A man making 100,000 ain't no necessarily settle for no woman making 50,000. I don't give a darn how fine you is. He ain't just finna put down and just be with you, cause he got options. You know, you might think you the baddest things in sliced bread, but guess what? When you get in that 6 figure range, oh, he in some room where he see women that make you look like Smurf fat. You better believe that. And that vice versa. You might have some women that making 6 figures. But one thing I know about a woman that's making 6 figures, she ain't gonna too much date down, you know. I have to give the fellas some love because we don't really care about how much a woman make per se. You know, long as she look good, got a little body on her, maybe she can cook. You know what I'm saying? We don't really care. You know, that's where men are different at. You know, we are hunted by nature. Hell, some of us don't give a darn if you don't work. As long as you look half decent and you can cook, you know what I'm saying? And as long as you ain't nasty, you can clean up. You know what I'm saying? We'll holler at you. You know what I'm saying? I remember my old man told me. He said, "Hell, one thing about a man can see a dress tied around a tree. He gonna look up under it." So, and that's so true. You know, we don't really care. We can see you at the bus stop. You know what I'm saying? We'll stop. I used do you need a ride? But you women, y'all a piece of work, man. Y'all, cause you don't care how fine a man is. Y'all a ride right on past him like it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, y'all different out here, man. So yeah, man. I just want to tap in. Really ain't have no subject matter today, man. Just sitting in the backyard, just chilling, man. The rain sent me home early from the job, so I just been here chilling, you know. So I said, let me go get up, get online, tap in, see what's cracking. Yeah. Also, I'm hearing that the troops supposed to touch down in Chicago, maybe the National Guards. That is, Trump talked about sending the troops to Chicago. So don't know if that's gonna happen, but like I say, if it does, you know, black folk, we know how to move around, man. You know, we always been, you know, sort of like in an environment where we've been watched, in an environment where we've been controlled or harassed or just under the microscope in general, you know. So, you know, don't get mad when you see soldiers out there. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, you just stay out their way, move around. You ain't got to speak to them, you know. And even if they come up to you, you know, you just be polite, you know, be courteous, man, because at the end of the day, you want to make it home to your family, man. So, like I say, man, you know, none of that stuff bothers me or worries me because I know it's all supposed to happen and come to pass. You know, we've been hearing about this stuff, man. I've been hearing about this stuff, man, since 90, 91. You know, through songs and through books and just, you know, I think people forget, man, that we in the last days, man. Whether you believe in the Bible or whether you believe in, you know, things that has been prophesized over the years, man. We are in the last days. You can see things happening, man, that did not happen in the early stages of your life or what have you. You could just look around the world, man, and see the things that are taking place. But one thing I do like, man, and I feel it in my spirit, that Black Americans, we are coming together, man. We are getting our sugar honey iced tea together, man, and you know we doing a whole lot better, I believe, in spite of what the media try to portray us to be, man. So yeah, man, we doing our thing. We standing on our square, man, and you know we ain't no punks or no cowards. We just realizing, man, we grown and we trying to do better, and we trying to, you know, love on each other, love our kids, and do the things that's necessary, man, to get through day by day, you know, because like I say, it's hard out here for some. You know, it really is, man. And so, you know, we just want to be mindful, man, just to you know, try to be a help to those that may be in need, you know. because we haven't all arrived, you know. So some of us are still working to get there, and you know, we're gonna get there, man, if we keep working at it every day, man. So with that being said, man, y'all be blessed, man. And remember, man, ladies and gentlemen, man, if you in a toxic relationship, man, go seek professional help or get out the situation. I don't care what you gotta do, whether you gotta leave overnight, leave all your stuff and have the popos go get it. Don't stay in that relationship, woman, if you know this man possibly can unalive you, or he done told you, or he done been abusing you. You know, you have to find a way to get out. You know, people say all the time, mostly ladies, well, you don't understand. Yeah, I ain't gotta understand. One thing I do understand is it's better to leave with your life than to stay and have your life taken away. So with that being said, man, y'all have a good one. Y'all be blessed. And now I tap back in with y'all on another day. Peace.